Welcome everyone. Welcome to the monthly healing meditation for the month of May 2022. And as I speak, it is Friday the 13th, and I know it is almost midway through the month, but most of you may know that I've been unwell this month, these past week or two. And so I'm doing it now when I am feeling much better than I was, and even better than 2 days ago when I recorded the most recent weekly meditation. So this meditation is designed to complement the angel message for the month of May 2022, and the angel message is a channeled message that I channel from the Keepers of the Keys, and they're a group of 12 healing angels from the Libraries of Light. So anytime you come to this meditation is perfect for you. Anytime you're called to it, it is just that the meditation is designed to complement this message. So it does complement the energies of this time, but also means that there may be other times that it will benefit you, or in other words, what I like to say is in your best and highest good, and that's always good to check in with your own higher guidance as to what's in your best and highest good to do. And so the crystal that came through for that month, for this month, for May 2022, is this beautiful Azurite with Malachite. I call it the Blue Grotto. And if those of you who are familiar with the Blue Grotto in Isle of Capri in Italy, and the brilliant blues that are there, you may understand why. So it is like a geode, and it has the brilliant blues within it. Azurite very commonly grows with the malachite, which is the green that you see here, but you can really see these striking blues, and it goes all the way in. It's quite a deep cave, and it really is a special piece. So this piece is not for sale. It is a temple piece. What I call a temple piece is a piece that contributes to the energy of the temple of Blue Volcano and all the energy work that I do, and also will occasionally come on crystal grids for people. What I do have in terms of what's available in terms of Azurite and Malachite, I have two different kinds of quality, and this is something that you'll find with crystals, that crystals vary according to their location, the quality, the rarity, and many other factors as well, like, you know, if they have other minerals growing with them, if they have other impurities. So these are polished, they're still free form, but they're polished forms of Azurite and Malachite. They're growing together, and so it's a very different kind of Azurite compared to the piece that I showed you. The piece that I showed you is really quite unique. I've never seen a piece like that, so I don't think it's quite replicable to find a piece like this. But you see the indigo blue that is really common to the Azurite that you see here. I also have two other pieces from a mine in Mexico that apparently no longer produces this quality of Azurite, but it's well sought after by collectors. And the phone is even struggling to pick up the blue that it is. So again, you still see the green with the malachite, but this is a really high grade specimen of Azurite, and they can be pricey depending on the size, and well, they're all sought after from this particular location and this particular mine in Mexico. So I have this and one other piece related to it. So the energies of Azurite, really, I really love Azurite. It's a beautiful energy. It does connect us into the third eye as well as the throat, but I find it kind of really opens that whole area. It can be aligned with Archangel Raziel, who is the what some may call like the wizard archangel. He's the keeper of the secrets of the divine, and he is very connected to the third eye chakra. So of course, when you have Malachite energy, you are also connecting with the Emerald Ray and with Archangel Raphael. So there's a complement to that. And when you understand, people often talk about the third eye, but they also talk about the pineal gland, thinking that one is interchangeable with the other. When we look at the Kabbalah tree of life, there's a hidden energy center called Dart right in the center of our head. And if we go draw the axis both ways, then you meet in the middle. There's the hidden energy of center of Dart. Now that's DA''AT. Now, of course, a Hebrew term. And I don't know if there's any equivalent in other languages, so I'm using that term because it's the only one I know. Now, this energy center only opens when our heart and all other energy centers are open. So it's not one that we can just stimulate, like let's stimulate our pineal and do all sorts of things. But, you know, if our heart's closed, then this energy center is not going to open. And it's really a profound one to open up to I find it's like an antenna for all the energies of the divine. And the angel message for this week was it mentioned the divine mind, and we can understand. The message was that we can't understand with our human minds what may be in our best and highest goods, what our soul may be choosing for us, that it goes beyond our human, on a human level, our human choices or choices made by our personalities, because that's at the level of the human mind, or some would call the ego. Now, while there are levels to even the human mind, of course, when we connect into the higher mind, the divine mind, then divine mind knows and sees all. And from that perspective, we can make very different choices. Now, it's not to say that we have the capacity to hold all that is within divine mind. It's not possible. It will not compute to our human brains. So there are some things that we can catch glimpses of, we can gain higher perspectives and higher understandings of, but there are some things while we're in the human bodies that we are just not going to be able to fully hold in the full comprehension of the divine mind. And we can just accept that that's just how we are built, you know, being stepping down our light into the physical realm so that we can be here. And that's for a really good purpose, so that we can have our experiences, and it's for our soul evolution. And so, so the message was that the soul makes choices for its evolution. And, you know, with the eclipse portal happening throughout the month of May, then this opening up to our soul, to our divine blueprints, it's about bringing energies in that our soul is calling in, that may be not what we are wanting on a human level, but is what is in our best and highest good overall. So Azurite is here to support us in, let's not say connect us into the divine mind, but open us up. Now, open us up, we don't mean to say that we're going to be completely open and therefore lost in the ether, so to speak, but more open to a broader perspective. So it's about doing this as much as you're ready for, and as much as in your best and highest good. Because if you are opened up too rapidly, at a pace that you're not ready for, and timing that you're not, ready for, and there can be many factors that can influence that, and then it's not doing you any kindness, and actually can serve to destabilize people. It can affect people's functioning. I've seen, unfortunately, too many people who have had their mental health affected because of a too rapid Kundalini awakening, for example, or too much opening into all that is energetic, and then not enough discernment around what is divine and what is not, what is loving and what is not. And so this is why we were really prepared with the base chakra meditation of this week and the Earth Star chakra meditation of 2 weeks ago. And in between, we had the meditation to still our minds. So this was all about grounding. And this is a really important piece. As I said before, if our roots don't go deep into the earth, then we cannot branch out and open, and we cannot reach high into the heavens. And ultimately, what we are here to do at this time upon the earth, it's not to leave our bodies to reach the divine. It is about clearing the pathways through our bodies to receive the divine. And this is what we're going to be doing, I suspect. I don't know exactly what's going to be coming up in this meditation, but it is about supporting us to open up to what is wanting to come through on a soul level, perhaps B, giving us some clarity, some intuition, some guidance as to what is coming through, what is in our best and highest good at this time. And the rest is a mystery, given that Archangel Raziel is the archangel of the mysteries. We can really embrace this. And in some traditions like Native American, they talk, you may talk of the divine as the great mystery, because we can connect with source, the great central sun. But then what was beyond that? Before there was light, what was it? And that's the great mystery. So while it is said that Archangel Raziel holds these mysteries, for he sits next to Father, Mother, God, we will be humble in what we can access and ask that we can only access that which is in our best and highest good, and that which supports us at this time. So I will be calling in the keepers of the keys, of course. We'll be connecting in with this Azurite with Malachite, and I'm getting the nod yes, because I could feel it, that Archangel Raziel will be coming through for us. Now, of course, this is not to say that they are the only beings coming through. We have a whole symphony of light, but this is about connecting with them as a singular energy, not just within the whole symphony of light as well. So know that you have free will choices as to what aspects of the divine you can connect with, and ultimately know that our spiritual journey leads us back to us. And that is back to our higher selves, our Christed selves, our divine selves. And we are then fully able to express that divinity on a human level. And this is the journey that takes lifetimes. So be patient with yourselves in this journey. Don't feel like everything is happening to you. This is a co-creative process. Now, this is a process that sometimes we require trust, and I know this is a big one, even for me. And I know that sometimes it's difficult to see what's coming around the corner, and indeed it can be quite possible. But if we can breathe, be still, be clear on what we want. We still get to choose what our intentions are. We still have those free will choices, but know that there are layers and levels to these choices, which is what the keepers were saying in their message this week. There's the level at the choices made at the human level, and then there's choices made at the divine level. So may we all move into a time where we can more fully embrace what is in our best and highest good, so that we are supported in our bodies to function in our human lives, as well as honor the evolution of our soul that we are here to move through. So let us begin. Well, dear ones, we could not have said it better ourselves, and we know that Vicky well, we know, you may not know, but Vicky does call us in, not to channel, but to connect with us even before she speaks with you. And this was a perfect example of her interfacing with us even when she's not channeling our words. And so this is a process, as you see, of her integration with our energy and her ability to tap into what is coming. And so we are pleased with that, and we are pleased to share that with you so you can understand that it is not just from a human perspective that she's often speaking. And while she's feeling embarrassed that we mention this now, we feel that it's important to discuss. For we wish to say that that opinion is not just an opinion, it is informed by what we have communicated to her and with her, what has been shared in the daily messages, and what has been coming through in terms of the meditations that she's been presenting. So she's wanting to move on. We agree it's time to move on. And so we welcome and connect with the higher selves of all who participate in this meditation in the eternal moment of now. Together with your divine collectives, all of divine love and divine light, as we gather a symphony of light with Arya, Vicky's divine collective, and Araya, her higher self, with the councils of light, the archangels and the angelic realms, Melchizedek and the order Melchizedek, and the Christed beings of light, Father, Mother, God. As we connect in to the great central source, the great central sun, the great white rose, and we bring through a pillar of light to you and through the temple of Blue Volcano, moving through your bodies and through your consciousness. Allowing this time to flow down, to connect into the earth and move through the crystalline grids and through the lower chakras to connect into the heart of Gaia. As this pillar of light flows back up in an ever-continuing circulation of light, filling your bodies, and filling your energy fields, expanding to the outer reaches of your energy fields, even onto the high chakras as well as the lower ones. Forming a sacred vessel, container for this session, this energy to flow through for you. And so we connect with Archangel Raziel and the divine consciousness of this Azurite with Malachite, this blue grotto crystal, and bring it to you and through you, surrounding and enveloping you and filling you up from the inside out, allowing it to go where it needs to go, through your bodies and through your energy fields. Whatever is in your best and highest good, and we set these intentions that only that which you're ready for may come through for you, and only that which is in your best and highest good, and what is in divine perfection for you. So this connects into the third eye and into the layers of the mind, connecting through the upper triangle of the tree of life, crown, third eye, and bina at the base of the head, opening you up to new possibilities, new perspectives, higher guidance. Even as this connects into the heart center and the back of the heart, which relates to trust, dear ones. Not just trusting others, but trusting self and trusting the divine. For how do you trust the divine plan that you have not seen with your human eyes, have not understood with your human mind? For we are not asking for blind faith or for you to surrender your will. For in aligning with the higher mind, it is a process of aligning your will with divine will. And of course, that is, in essence, a free will choice. But when you do so, you connect into more fully any higher purpose that is held in potentials within your divine blueprint. And as we have said, the eclipses open you into your soul and your divine blueprints, so that you may receive that which your soul is asking for, whether you want to or not, from a human perspective. Now, we wish to be clear that this is not against your free will choices. You are at free will to choose this meditation, to participate in any spiritual practice, to ignore your higher guidance, distract yourself from your higher purpose. That is your human will. From a soul perspective, you agreed before coming here of what will be held within your soul's plan and how that would align with the divine plan for all of humanity, so that you see your soul's evolution not just from the evolution that you will go through in this particular lifetime, and not just the evolution across lifetimes, but how you see the evolution of all humanity as a collective across all lifetimes, so you may see where you fit in the broader picture of all that is unfolding to manifest, to physicalize and actualize the new earth, the new consciousness that is the consciousness of love. Breathe that in. For you have a part to play, dear ones, if you are drawn to this meditation. And so we honor you for being here and for being a part of this divine plan. This will not be a long meditation. What we will say It is enough to connect you to a higher perspective, to a broader understanding of your soul evolution and the evolution of humanity and the earth overall. And so it is. Thank you, everyone, for joining in this meditation. So very much feeling this. Just allowing a few moments to come back to earth, so to speak, to connect fully back into your bodies if you have felt disorientated in any way. And if that is the case for you, you may touch your feet, rub oils into the soles of your feet, into the center, and you may look up kidney 1 as a grounding point and that particular meridian point. You may orient to the space that you're in and engage with your senses, what you see, taste, touch, hear, smell. Know that you're here for a reason. Your body is your vessel here on this earth. Honor the body, even as you honor the divine. Honor yourselves for being one of the brave souls who has the courage to walk this path and to be here at this time upon the earth when we transition from the old into the new. So I want to wish you all, from my heart to yours, much love.